Good morning, everybody. It's God's Morning with Kaye Giles, and it is 7:33, and we are in our morning commute. I am now alone because everybody is where they need to be, except for me. So we had this awesome time to be together this morning, just you and I, to have a small conversation in regards to God's morning. And we are going to talk about today being able to live life to the fullest and recapture our dream life. And I wanted to talk to you guys about the initiative that I have going on right now that I want you all to, if you can't take the course, if you know someone who you may feel needs to recapture their dream life, that you might tell them about it, or that you might just, put it out there for me. Just share the post. It's very simple just to share the post. And even if you don't want to support me per se, share the post. Today I want to talk about recapturing your dream life. And when you have a dream, the most wonderful thing about recapturing your dream life is getting the ability to have someone direct you or guide you in the way that you should go. Now, the one thing about that is we know that we have been talking in Courageous Faith. We've always talked about the business plan. But right here in God's Morning, I felt like sometimes early in the morning, we wake up and we're getting ready and we are going to our several places of employment. And sometimes it's not the place that you definitely want to be in. Or you may have an issue going on and you may need some time off and your job is just not very accommodating. And you're wondering, how can I do something every day that I love extremely without feeling like I'm working, without feeling like I have to be micromanaged? Because that's one of those things that I personally, I don't like. I don't like to be micromanaged. And God always seems to put me in a place where, not even God, Kaye Giles, seems to put herself in a place where she's always kind of in a situation where there's micromanagement. And we're going to have to be more diligent about our own dreams. And as we're diligent about our own dreams, we have to also make sure that we don't become that micromanager. Because it is our dream, we don't want to overshadow people that we hire to do a certain job. So the best way to recapture your dreams is to first get yourself a piece of paper and write down what your dream is. What do you see yourself doing in the next 5 years? And what do you think it's going to take you to get there? And that's the first thing that you need to do. So when you do that, then I want you to sit down and look at all the angles that you could try to do this. Now, not that you can't do it on your own, because that would be a lie, but sometimes it's good to have accountability. And how many know that accountability is the best thing? Like I said, for me on last week, realizing that my children are very combative in the morning, and that really bothers me. That's something that I'm really, really praying about, and I'm really asking God to move and to actually intercede, because I would like for them to be more agreeable in the morning. I'm really not understanding it. It really has me to a place of disappointment, and not so much disappointment in the children, but disappointed in the parenting, because is there something that I've missed? So that was one of the things on my dream list. When we become parents, sometimes it's by choice and sometimes it's because of life circumstance, or it's the places that we put ourselves in. And when I say the place that we put ourselves in, it becomes you may have done something, next thing you know, you're having a child, now you are a parent, and this is how your life has unfolded. That's what I mean. But then we should have in our dream journal, we should have a dream journal. Once you have children, you should have a dream for your life that also includes them. You should have a dream in your life that also includes your family, and you need to recapture that thing. So as I was riding this morning with my children, and I was talking to a friend, and I was just talking about, every day of my life is not going to be like this. God, we're not going to always have these combative kids in the morning. I just don't like that. So I said, what can I do? So then I thought about recapturing my dream. And my dream was to have a home where when you wake up in the morning, everybody can say good morning to one another. And even if you're not a morning person, which is some things that we always like to say, oh, well, I'm not a morning person, or this, that, and the other, we still have to be mindful that even if you're not a morning person, there are other people who are in the morning with you. And so the best way as a parent that I can recapture my dream of having a pleasant morning is to write it down and put it on paper and figure out how I can recapture it, and how I can make it work, and how I can make it work for them, and find out what their dreams are. Today, I want to advise everybody to do a a snapshot of what your dream is for your life. Do that snapshot for what it is. Then I want you to visit www.recaptureyourdreamlife.com. That's the website where you can sign up and you can pay for the course, and it's going to start on June 5th. Now listen to me. I know 100% that this course is wonderful. If you can't take the course right now, do me a favor. Just share it. When I say new you, it's the new you. It's a cup of coffee and it's a notebook. It's just simple to reorganize your life and recapture your dreams and begin again when you get some structure and some focus. So that's what I want to do with this particular session, with this particular seminar. It's going to be private. But if it's something that you can't do me a favor. Just share it. There are a lot of things that I can't always be to or support 100% physically and be there, but I share. I'm an awesome sharer. I will share your dream. I will share your initiative with the world, and it may capture someone. And even if I never get the credit, it doesn't matter to me. It's that the word got out about what you were doing, your initiative, and somebody showed up for you. That's all I'm asking. I'm just asking for it to be shared. And then with that, when your work, I've noticed as I read my timeline, a lot of people, they get up and they're saying, oh, how disappointed they are. Or, you know, I know I need to go to work, but I'm really kind of tired, you know, of this particular place of business. You know, I kind of want things different. And being an entrepreneur gives you the lifestyle that you want. Like yesterday, I had a couple people say, oh, well, you didn't do your show yesterday. I said, well, actually, I came to you in the morning. I did 2 videos while I was at the hospital to let you know I was with family. And the great thing about being an entrepreneur is you can most definitely be there for family when you want to be there. I didn't have to ask anybody, could I be there? I didn't have to beg anybody to be there, because even in my 9 to 5, I planned it out. I planned it further enough in advance to where I could actually make a dream come true for myself. My dream is to be able to be there for my family when they need to be, when I need to be. And I had the ability to do that. And the beautiful thing about it is I had the ability to do it all week. When my daughter texted me from her job, I was able to, when I got off work because of my hours, I was able to meet her and do what she needed. And then for my next family member on Tuesday, I was able to take off a month in advance to be there to do what she needed. And then today I'm back to work, and I'm going to do everything that I need to do for me, everything I need to do for God's Morning, for KayeGiles.com, the brand. And it's wonderful. So I want you to understand that you can have your dreams come to life. You don't have to make that. See, I was talking to my baby sister Lucinda yesterday, and it was so wonderful, the conversation that she and I had. And it was definitely about your dreams, and it was about doing what you want to do in life and for your life to be fulfilling. And she was telling me about this new job that she's applying for. And what you're doing is you do it, it's like a working interview. So they want to see what you can do. So she's doing the working interview, and she's doing everything that she needs to do. And she was a kind of little leery about it because there's money involved for what they wanted her to do. And I'm getting to the point, guys. I'm getting to the point. And she's sitting with me, and we're doing what we have to do. And she's calling and she's talking to the people at the company, and they're like, well, this is not really a big deal. You know, what we're going to do is we're dealing with that point, or if we're going to send the money to your account to finish out the project, or are we going to send corporate cards? And then the person on the phone was like, I think we're leaning more towards the corporate cards because we can manage what the interviewees are doing. Now, there's only 5 interviewees. So what they're planning to do is give them an expense account card for them to finish the project, which needs to be done here in the U.S. because they're a European company. But they have offices here. Everything you can find, the office is there. It's actually legitimate. So what I said that to you for was because she can do it from anywhere she is, and she liked that type of freedom. The job is what she wants to do. It's project management, and it's what she wanted to do. It's what she wanted to get into. It's working for her. And even though it's just an interview right now, whether or not she gets it, that's up to the company. But she's getting paid for the interview. Never saw nothing like it, but it's wonderful. And I'm telling you about it because I want you to understand that you can definitely do what you want. and how you want to do it, but you have to be diligent, because like my shirt that I wore this weekend, it said it's entrepreneur, and it defined what an entrepreneur is. And there are some of you out there with gifts that you are just not honing in on. You're acting as if, you're acting like as if you have to go to this 9 to 5 without fail, else you're not going to be able to live. That one tells me that you're forgetting who your source is. Your source is Jesus Christ. And if you are a believer of him, he said that his desire for us is that we are prosper. So in prospering, even if you want to be the person that's dealing with the 9 to 5, and that's what you want to do, you want the corporate office, because tell you, don't get me wrong, before I leave out of here, I'm going to have that penthouse office. And I'm going to have that corner office in Manhattan, and that loft and that penthouse. I'm going to have those things before I leave here. Will it be all the KRG Limited brand, or will I be working for someone else and the KRG Limited brand is still going to be able to flourish and move? To God be the glory. However he works it out for me, it's going to be wonderful. But I have to make sure I recapture my dreams. I have to recapture them, rekindle them, rejuvenate them, revive them, review them, and then move and act on them. And that's what I want us all to do. I want you to go over, I want you to check it out. I want you to check out the bullet points for what's going to be discussed in the seminars starting on the 5th. And it's going to be at 9 p.m. There's going to be a private group for the people who sign up on Facebook for us to do live. And then depending on how many people, some of you I may be able to do a one-on-one with. But one thing I have come to realize is that when you are pursuing your dreams, you cannot take down. So I don't care if I only have 2 people taking it, the dream has been fulfilled.